Three Braves players, one superstar, and a moment that stopped an entire stadium cold on Mother's Day. On May 10th, the Los Angeles Dodgers hosted the Atlanta Braves at Dodger Stadium in the final game of a three-game series. The Dodgers walked away with a 7-2 loss, but the final score was almost secondary to what unfolded on the field in the seventh inning. Before we get there, let's walk through exactly how this game was won, lost, and ultimately remembered. In honor of Mother's Day, every Dodgers player stepped onto the field wearing pink gear, pink socks, pink gloves, pink bats, and various other pink equipment. It was a visible, league-wide tradition, and Dodger Stadium had that celebratory energy that comes with a holiday crowd. Shohei Ohtani was placed in the leadoff spot and served as the designated hitter. Right now, if you're new here, this is Baseball Daily, the channel where we break down every game, every moment, every controversy that matters in MLB. We're pushing toward our first 500 subscribers, and we'd love for you to be part of that milestone. Hit subscribe, drop a like, leave a comment, and share this video with any baseball fan you know. Now back to the field. Justin Robalski took the mound for the Dodgers. He recorded one out in the second inning before the wheels started coming off. The Atlanta Braves began putting consistent pressure on the young pitcher. Back-to-back quality hits from Braves batters put runners on first and second base. That's when Eli White stepped into the batter's box. He read the situation perfectly and sent a clean shot towards center field, driving it through the gap between Dodgers defenders. The runner on second base broke immediately and scored. Braves drew first blood 1-0, but Robalski's problems didn't stop there. After White's RBI single, the Dodgers pitcher surrendered another walk, loading the bases with 2 outs. The Braves were one swing away from blowing this game open, and that's exactly what they got. Mauricio Dubon stepped up facing Robalski's third slider of the at-bat. He read the pitch immediately, timed his swing perfectly, and drove the ball hard into the outfield gap, a 2-base hit that no Dodgers outfielder could reach. Every runner on base scored. In one swing, Dubon's double pushed the Braves' lead to 4-0, and it was only the second inning. While the Braves were dismantling Robalski, Braves starter Bryce Elder was doing something equally damaging on the other side. He was making the entire Dodgers lineup look completely helpless. After Andy Pages recorded a single in the first inning, the Dodgers' offense went cold and stayed cold. Elder controlled the game by varying his pitch speeds consistently, constantly forcing Dodgers hitters into weak contact, fly outs, ground outs, soft rollers that led nowhere. Inning after inning, Dodgers batters were retired on just a few pitches. Shohei Ohtani, the highest-paid player in MLB history at $700 million over 10 years, was among the hitters who struggled the most against Elder. Every time Ohtani came to the plate, Elder attacked him with pitches placed precisely on the edges of the strike zone, locations that made it nearly impossible to drive the ball. Ohtani could only manage flyouts and strikeouts. It was clear Elder had arrived with a detailed, specific plan to neutralize the Dodgers' most dangerous weapon. And when you neutralize Ohtani, the entire offense loses its identity. The Dodgers' best opportunity of the game came in the sixth inning. Elder, who had been so dominant, suddenly lost command and issued 3 consecutive walks, loading the bases with 2 outs. The crowd at Dodger Stadium was on its feet. Mookie Betts stepped into the batter's box, carrying the weight of the entire comeback on his shoulders. The Braves recognized the threat immediately and pulled Elder from the game, replacing him with Roberto Suarez. Betts made hard contact. He crushed the ball toward right field. But Eli White, who had already contributed offensively, made an extraordinary defensive play, reacting quickly to rob the Dodgers of the base hit. 0 runs scored. The inning ended in complete silence from the home crowd. In the seventh inning, Ohtani came up again with 2 outs and runners on first and second base, another real opportunity to cut into the deficit. He was patient at the plate, waiting for a pitch he could handle, but Suarez attacked him with a sequence of changeups, disrupting Ohtani's timing on every pitch. On the decisive pitch, Suarez threw a sharply dropping changeup that Ohtani couldn't square up. He rolled a slow ground ball toward first base. The Braves' first baseman fielded it cleanly and stepped on the bag himself, inning over. Ohtani finished the game 0 for 4 without a single hit. And then, just seconds after that last out, everything changed. As Ohtani walked back toward the Dodgers dugout, 3 Braves players, Drake Baldwin, Matt Olson, and Jorge Mateo, moved toward him aggressively. According to live broadcast footage from multiple angles, the 3 players made insulting gestures and deliberately initiated physical contact with Ohtani. What began as what many assumed was standard baseball trash talk escalated within seconds into something the stadium had not seen coming. Ohtani is known throughout baseball as a player who maintains composure under pressure. He rarely reacts to provocation, but his teammates had seen enough. Dalton Rushing was the first Dodgers player to rush over and position himself between the Braves players and Ohtani. Hal Tucker stepped in immediately after, directly confronting the Braves and demanding they stop. Within moments, players from both dugouts emptied onto the field. Coaches, security personnel, and umpires all rushed in as the situation threatened to escalate into a full-scale brawl. The umpires were forced to suspend play for an extended period before order was finally restored. What analysts found particularly notable was the timing of the confrontation. All 3 Braves players approached Ohtani specifically after his unsuccessful at-bat, the moment he was most vulnerable. Former MLB player Alex Rodriguez commented directly on the incident. "You can compete fiercely against Ohtani, but you cannot cross the line of respect. When three players gang up on one person after a failed at-bat, that's no longer baseball." The analysis around the incident pointed to a broader reality. Even on a night when Ohtani went 0 for 4, his presence in the lineup forces opposing pitchers to restructure their entire approach. That ongoing psychological pressure affects teams from the first pitch to the last out, regardless of what the box score says. MLB launched an urgent investigation the same night. Umpires submitted detailed reports along with slow-motion footage from multiple camera angles to the league office. After a thorough review, MLB determined that Baldwin, Olson, and Mateo had engaged in unsportsmanlike acts of aggression and deliberate provocation directed at Ohtani. The league emphasized that their actions not only violated conduct rules, but damaged MLB's professional image. All three players were handed multi-game suspensions for the remainder of the season and were also issued significant financial fines. Back on the field, the Braves added to their lead before the game concluded. Drake Baldwin, one of the players later suspended, had already done damage with the bat earlier, sending a pitch deep to left field for a home run that pushed the score to 5-0. The Dodgers finally responded in the 8th inning. With a runner on base, Mookie Betts connected on a massive swing and launched a 2-run home run over the outfield wall. The score moved to 5-2 and the stadium briefly reignited, but it wasn't enough. In the 9th inning, the Braves took advantage of additional Dodgers pitching mistakes and scored 2 more runs, extending the final margin to 7-2. The Dodgers were shut down offensively for the overwhelming majority of the game. Bryce Elder executed his game plan with precision. Roberto Suarez closed the door when Elder faltered, and the Braves left Dodger Stadium having won the series, while also generating one of the most talked-about incidents in recent MLB history. If you enjoy real baseball content and breakdowns like this, you'll like what's coming next. This channel covers the plays, the numbers, and the moments that actually matter. If you haven't yet, subscribe to Baseball Daily, hit the like button, and share this video with the biggest baseball fan you know. We're close to 500 subscribers and every single one counts. Drop a comment below. Who do you think was more at fault in the Ohtani confrontation? The Braves players, or did MLB's response go far enough? Let's talk about it.